It's been a while. This is your boy, Layno Prod, and you're tuning in to the Layno Pod podcast. All right, this is episode number 7, I believe. And right now, I'm with my friend Rigo. Rigo, say what's up.
What's up, bro?
I'm with my friend Alberto.
Hey, what's up?
And I'm with my friend Jose.
What's up, guys?
So, there's a big old truck coming. We're literally on a hiking trail. So we got to scoot to the left. We're literally on a road, like a hiking, what do you call it, like a trail road, hiking road? So, let this truck pass real quick. It's really loud. And,
To your left, there are Latinos.
So Rigo has this joke where, a little tour bus just passed us. And Rigo, what do you say when the tourists come?
And as you look at your left, there is a nice exhibition of Latinos of different sizes and everything.
And one brown Asian guy. All right, that's me, the Filipino. Yeah, so why are we hiking? Where are we even? We're in Catalina Island. We're on a conference for the weekend called Fall Conference for Intervarsity, which is a Christian fellowship I'm in. And yeah, we're just doing this hike because, we have free time from 1:30 to like 6 o'clock. Right now it's 3:30. We left around 2:10. We're a little past halfway. And yeah, we just have a resurgence of energy because the first half of the hike, this is a 4-mile hike, estimated 2 to 3 hours. It's a big loop going up the mountain in Catalina. And basically it was mostly uphill, so I was like dying right now, like just going uphill. I feel like this is one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. But anyways, why are we hiking? I am taking this hiking class. I won't say the name for confidentiality reasons, but why is Layno taking a hiking class? Let me tell you all who keep criticizing me and thinking that the hiking class is done.
Oh yeah.
What is that?
Bison up there. Right there.
Oh shoot, holy crap. Yo, that bison's huge. Okay, bison, buffalo. Last time we were here at Catalina for a conference for Intervarsity, me and my friend, shout out to you, Justin, we saw a big old buffalo. And once we saw it, we were like, we're turning around. That thing's literally the size of like half a school bus. But anyways, why am I taking a hiking class? Okay. So, I had like a few extra units. I'm like, let me take something that's so out of my scope. Alright, I play basketball, like, I don't really hike, I don't do that stuff. I just stay in the studio all day making beats now. But, yeah, I was like, I'll take this hiking class. 1 unit, how bad can it be? Literally half the class, so the first day, 12 people show up in the hiking class, right? 12 people show up, and then our coach starts talking about what the class is about. And from first impression, it's like, really? You're teaching us about what you need on a hike? Like, water? That's common sense. Like, what else can I learn in this hiking class, right? And basically, I was like, you know what? I was just on a mission trip in Lincoln Heights over the summer where I learned how to unplug and be present towards God, be present towards the neighborhood, my friends, my family, the community, and like just unplug and unwind and like just pay attention to all the great things around you, right? Sometimes we get caught up on our phone and social media. But anyways, our coach was explaining something very similar to that on the terms of like, sounds like a hippie type of thing, like meditation. I've taken meditation classes before. Basically, it's like how to like be aware and mindful. Oh, cool, we're approaching a water stop. Thank God, I'm so thirsty. But yeah, like how to be mindful of your surroundings and how to pay attention to the sights and smells and sounds that is around you. So that's why I'm taking this hiking class. And I was actually supposed to go, it's an 8-week class. And yeah, when people heard that, half the people left. So there's only like 6 or 7 of us. Because most of the people there were there for backpacking. So basically, we're refilling water right now. I took the hiking class because, I wanted to, one, have a break from all the stress of school, but also, like, try to enjoy hiking with people and enjoy, like, God's beauty and nature. And it's a good way to de-stress, I guess, and get in touch with our surroundings and all the great things God's been putting in my life. But anyways, we have only 3 hikes in that class. And the 3 hikes, we thought we were gonna hike every week for all 8 weeks. But we do. We take a quote unquote a hike around campus, which sounds dumb because where can you hike at USC? There's literally no elevation. It's all flat, right? Thanks, Rigo, for filling my water. But yeah, there's like no elevation. So we literally go up parking structures, like 6 flights of stairs. Then we go up Webb Tower, which is one of the dorms, 15 flights of stairs. And we learn about how to read maps and how to read directions and how to know where you're at and what to do if there's an emergency and you don't have a phone and you're hiking with your friends. Like all these like deep things that are more than just like common sense. You'll be surprised how many people don't know this stuff. But some people can see it as a waste, but I see a lot of value in this hiking class. So yeah, that's why I'm taking this hiking class. So we wanted to talk about health. What do we want to talk about? Health and fitness?
Yeah.
Because we're, okay. So who has thoughts right now? Like Rigo, Alberto, Jose? Anybody? Okay. All right, Jose. Just hold this and speak to the phone. We're literally recording on my phone right now. Out of the blue, we wanted to do a podcast. All right. So yeah, just talk about health.
Yeah. So my name's Jose, as Layno already mentioned. So my experience with fitness and health, I follow a plant-based diet, which means I'm vegan, and I've been going to the gym in the mornings since I was in my sophomore year of high school. I woke up at 5:50 and I went to the gym from 6 to 7 in the morning, and then I headed out to school. And I've consistently been doing that routine since sophomore year, and I'm doing it in USC now. And I mean the gyms at USC are obviously a lot nicer than the ones back in San Diego, but you know, it's a really good habit that I've kind of committed to, and to get into the rhythm of doing it's probably like the hardest thing. But once you make it a habit, like it'll become second nature. And I think waking up in the morning is probably the hardest part, because it's like a crucial decision whether you choose to wake up or not, because like you could stay like some extra 5 minutes in bed, but that means you'll probably stay there all like for another hour, and you'll end up not going. Yeah.
So how early do you usually wake up, Jose?
Well, like 5:50, 5:30.
Damn, 5:30. And is that to exercise and eat breakfast, or is that to like go to class or work or?
I go to the gym. Well, when I was in San Diego, I worked from 6 to 7. Right now, I'm going like at 6:30 to like 7:30 at USC. But I go straight to the gym, and then I usually go get breakfast at the Village.
Okay.
And then I head back to my dorm, I shower, and then I go to class.
Nice. They have a lot of vegan options there, the dining hall.
Yeah, at the Village, they have a plant-based section.
So for all the USC folks, in the Village dining hall or any dining hall at USC, what is the go-to if you want to go vegan? For like, how do you finesse the dining hall? What do you make for breakfast, lunch, dinner?
So
what do you get?
So in the morning, there's not too many options, but I guess oatmeal is probably the best thing.
Okay.
I mean, I really like oatmeal. That's what I've been eating like for years now for breakfast. But at Parkside, they usually have sprinkled coconut, pumpkin seeds, what's that other? Flax seeds. I usually just put a bunch of that. I get the oatmeal. I put some soy milk, and then some cinnamon and brown sugar. And I just mix it all up. And it looks all like a huge mess, but it's really good. And in the Village, they usually have like nuts and peanut butter and some granola. Yeah. I usually just mix that up, and it's really good. And I might get like a bagel or something.
Nice. So when did you become vegan, and when did you decide to?
Vegan, I've been doing it for a year and 2 months now.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
What was the reason? I'm curious.
Primarily for health purposes, and because it's really good for the environment too.
Okay.
And I did a lot of research into it, and there's like countless benefits to doing it.
Yeah.
A lot of long-term benefits, especially.
Nice.
You can prevent and reverse a lot of chronic diseases like diabetes and cardiovascular diseases, pretty much.
All right, I gotta be real. I am a huge meat lover. So, what are some? Oh, it's a helicopter. Let's let this pass. We're literally outdoors. So we got Rigo and Alberto swinging up. There's like a playground in this middle of this hiking trail and water stuff. But yeah, I was asking Jose, as a meat lover, what are some steps to maybe vegetarian? Let's say that, okay?
Well,
Like little by little. Like, what should I give up first? Like red meat or you know what I mean? Like
what you want to give up first is processed meat,
processed meat. Okay.
the World Health Organization categorizes processed meat as a Group 1 carcinogen,
Right.
which is in the same category as tobacco, asbestos, and plutonium.
So just keep things cooked on your own.
Yeah, you don't want to buy a lot of like packaged meat,
packaged
not like hot dog links or
Are there any
ground
like
beef.
really cool restaurants that like have really clean meats that you know of, or that your friends know of? Around LA at least?
Well, I'm not too familiar with LA, but
Okay.
well, I just kind of avoid meat altogether. I wouldn't really know too much about that, but there's definitely a lot of meat alternatives, like Beyond Meat, which is a really good hamburger patty. I mean, the taste is like almost identical to me, and the consistency is pretty similar.
Okay.
And it's actually cheaper than buying actual meat.
What's your advice to vegans?
To vegans at USC or
Okay, let's say that vegans at USC.
Well, there's actually a club called Clover, which is for
Wow.
vegans and
Are you in it?
vegetarians. Yeah, I'm in it.
Dude, that's cool. What do you guys do?
Well, we meet twice a month in VKC 210, I think, something like that.
Okay.
And we pretty much there's like vegan food, obviously, like ice cream and cookies or stuff.
Right.
And we just kind of like hang out, and like the leaders in it, they talk about some of the projects they're doing. I think they're doing like a reducitarian project right now, which is pretty much like your own personal goal to try to reduce, maybe like if you're not vegan, you could cut down on meats, cut down on dairy, or if you're already vegan, maybe you could cut down on your water usage or anything like that impacts the environment. Right. And then we're also going to be doing documentary screenings, like for What the Health or Forks Over Knives.
Oh, I've seen Forks Over Knives.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually saw it in high school, in I think 10th grade. Shoutouts to Mr. Wydra for showing us that.
Yeah.
It wasn't enough to scare me though. It's hard for, I don't know, anybody Filipino out there that know any Filipino dish that's like vegan. I feel like growing up our diet was mostly carbs and protein, just meat and rice all the time.
Yeah, I mean,
it's pretty hard.
Growing up in a Mexican American family.
Yeah. That's true. I wanted to ask you that, like how's your family with it? Like when you come back home, like what's their reaction?
I made all of my parents my parents and my sisters watch What the Health before because I wanted them to look at the facts,
right,
so that they understood why I was doing it. Because if I just did it, because I just did it cold turkey, and they'd probably be like,
you just went straight.
Yeah, they'd
you
probably.
You didn't even do vegetarian.
No, I just went straight. Yeah.
That's crazy.
But after my parents saw the documentary, they kind of understood why I was doing it.
Yeah.
And my mom eventually, because she wants to like improve her health as well, and she slowly started cutting down on the dairy, and now she doesn't drink any dairy at all. She buys almond milk or soy milk.
Almond milk or something.
Yeah, and I mean, she's saying it slowly, but she definitely understands why I'm doing it.
Okay.
And she was pretty supportive. She started cooking more with tofu or a lot of like brown rice, beans, nopales. I mean,
yummy.
Yeah.
So would you say, like, what are some Mexican dishes at home that she's cooking to cater towards meals that are vegan?
Well, for lunch, I usually have like I said, brown rice and like tofu. Or there's also a seitan, which is like I think it's made out of soy as well, but it's like it has a different.
What'd you call it?
Seitan?
Oh god, it's the same.
Yeah, it sounds like that.
I'm
but
like,
it's
what's that?
seitan. Yeah.
It's devilish food. What are you? You're eating that? Nah. What is it again? It's a soy. What is it?
Yeah, it's kind of like it has a harder consistency than tofu,
Okay.
but I think it's made out of soy. It might be made out of like wheat, maybe. I'm not too sure.
Okay.
But I that or I mean like a lot of salads or tortas or burritos. I ate a lot of burritos. I mean I ate not at USC. I don't eat a lot of that anymore. But
Yeah,
when
you
I was
do.
in San Diego, I did.
He goes on you up. Okay, so what would you say? So your family generally like easily respects you for that, and they're willing to cater to cook to your taste.
Yeah.
No conflict at all.
No conflict. And my sister's boyfriend actually went vegan for like
Nice.
he did it like for a couple months, maybe like 6 months around there.
Okay.
And he lost 20 pounds in his first 2 months.
Damn.
Yeah, and without
That's-
going to the gym, just by
Wow,
changing his diet.
Changing his diet. That's 10 pounds for a month, which is 2.5 pounds a week, right?
Yeah.
I did something similar where I lost weight not through working out, but so I used to be in sophomore year, summer, I weighed as much as 180. That was the most I ever weighed.
Oh wow.
And then I lost 10 pounds this January just through, what was I doing? Yeah, my friend showed me this app called MyFitnessPal,
Oh.
and it just got me tracking my stuff. And he was like, yeah, don't even worry about it. What are you doing? Are you spitting water? What are you?
No, I'm drinking water, bro.
Rigo's drinking water like a dog right now. Anyways, should we start heading now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, he told me about the app MyFitnessPal, and basically all we were doing, he just told me, don't worry about changing your diet right now, just get used to tracking what you already eat. So you're aware of like how many calories you're putting in,
Yeah.
right? So I'm only doing the calorie count. I'm not even doing the macros, like this how many fat, protein, carb, like I'm not even doing that.
Yeah.
But it got me more mindful of what I'm eating and how much portion, and it says there like, oh, okay, if you're trying to lose weight, this is the goal you want to do. This is the number of calories you want to aim for each and every day.
Yeah.
And I just followed that, and I'll be completely honest on it. If I had an extra cookie or even added extra barbecue sauce, I'll even track that. And eventually, like some days I'll go over, but some days I'll like go way under, and like some just right.
Yeah.
And the most I ever lost was, what was it? I think 8 pounds in 1 month. So that was like 2 pounds a week.
Oh wow.
So that like brought me really down. And actually that wasn't, I gotta restate that. I was 170 at that time. And then I went down to 162, not 180 to 172. So that was really cool. But I stopped using the app because I felt like it kept me on my phone a lot. But it did teach me how to like be more mindful of like, okay, usually this amount of portion of this type of meal is gonna give you this many calories, right?
Yeah.
So it was good. It got me more mindful of what I was eating. All right, you guys, Rigo, Alberto, we're on the topic of health. We just had Jose just educate us and inform us of all this great knowledge of being vegan. I don't think I'm down to do that anytime soon, but he is putting in my head, you know, maybe cut back on a little bit of meat, cut back on a little bit of dairy. I'm saying that now, but watch me get McDonald's after this. I don't know, chicken nuggets, man. I'll just stick with the French fries, right? Is French fries vegan, right?
Well, not the ones in McDonald's.
They use like animal fat.
Yeah.
Damn it. Not McDonald's fries. Anyway, all right. Maybe if Jose has me try one of those delicious stuff his family makes, like.
Yeah,
I'll
my
be like-
mom actually makes a vegan carrot cake.
Oh,
It's all
okay.
vegan, and she actually brought me some.
Dude, I
when
love
she came
carrot cake.
over. It's so good. I usually eat that when like I'm done with classes, and I just go get that for like a mini reward or something. It's so good.
That's good because like the whole like obviously the environment aspect of it, and you know, helping out the animals and the environment and consuming less and all the health benefits. I get that, but the hardest thing for me is like, what can I eat that like tastes good? You know what I mean? Because a lot of people say, oh, if it tastes really good, it's probably not healthy, which I think is bowl. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think there's some tasty, healthy food out there. We just
Yeah.
have to find it and, you know,
You
see.
know how to mix it too.
You know how to mix it because that's
Yeah.
cheaper. Because some places it's so expensive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of vegan restaurants in LA are pretty pricey, but
Yeah, it's just LA.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of YouTube channels. I follow one.
What's it called?
Ravana.
Was it
Ravana.
Ravana? How do you
Yeah.
spell that?
Rawvana. She's
Okay.
actually from
Ravana. Okay.
Yeah, she's Latina.
Okay.
And I think she's from Tijuana. I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because my mom actually used to work for her mom.
And you said you're from Tijuana too, right?
Yeah, I'm from Tijuana. I was born
Okay.
there, but I lived in San Diego.
San
most
Diego,
of my
right.
life. Yeah. But she's a really big vegan YouTuber, and she's actually a raw vegan,
Uh-huh.
and she makes
What's
lot
a
of-
raw vegan?
So you don't like cook.
You don't even cook
Yeah,
it.
you don't cook it. You just
Wow.
make it raw. Yeah.
That's interesting.
But yeah, there's a lot of YouTubers, and you can get there's also this one YouTuber called Cheap Lazy Vegan. So I mean, if you really don't know how to cook, that's like your go-to. Right
Cheap, lazy vegan.
there. Yeah,
Dude, that's dope. You got all these YouTube channels recommended.
yeah, because you can like make vegan meals by like buying the stuff she recommends. You can probably get them like the 99-cent store,
Okay.
and just make something
Wow.
like fast, cheap, and easy.
All right. All right, you gotta send me all those links because I know me, I am not gonna check those out. I am interested in it though, so if you send me those links, I will check it out.
When you send me the pictures, I'll send you the
For sure, we got pictures on this hiking trail. All right, so Rigo, Alberto, any insight on just health in general?
Mira, screw health, bro.
Oh, whoa!
No,
All right,
I'm
Rigo,
kidding,
go.
I'm kidding.
Here, hold the thing. Just talk over there. Yeah.
All right, guys. My name is Rigo, and yeah. What's
Yeah,
up?
screw that.
Nah, I mean it is
Bien
important.
salud. Wait, no. What does that mean?
Salud. Salud means health.
But bien salud means.
Good health.
But no, that's the literal translation. But never mind. I thought it meant like something else.
Nah, dude. Nah, but I mean it is important. I mean, I think I learned that the hard way freshman year.
Yeah, tell about your health journey.
So my health journey. I came into USC weighing 220, and I came out weighing 180.
Oh my god, that's
So screw freshman 15, screw health, Drox Mike. No, I'm kidding.
trust me.
Nah, the way I
Drop
did
my
it.
phone.
Okay, fine, I won't. Oops, no, I was kidding. I guess for me, I feel like what I did was kind of in the extremes of things. So like, the first thing I did was eat panda and pizza every day, but work out twice a day, every day.
That sounds.
So it is very unhealthy, yes.
Yeah, but you were.
Yeah, it was because of the hours. No, that did help. I lost 20 pounds in the first semester.
In a good way, in a bad way.
Bad way. I mean, I gained speed and I gained muscle, but my stomach was paying for it.
Oh yeah, of course. Dude.
And then I decided to go on a diet because after winter break, I gained 15 of it back. So,
Dude, I feel that. The family be feeding too much.
yeah, like honestly, like just mixing food, I guess, makes it like
Tamales? or
hard.
what?
Yeah, bro. You already know. Yeah, use that manteca.
All that
That-
masa.
Yeah, it's just lard.
Lard, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess like that's not healthy, and maybe that's the reason why I gained 15 pounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, it was really bad. Like I told you guys, remember I went to the gym after thinking I'm all good and in shape.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna go for a run without eating breakfast. Next thing I know, I fainted in the gym.
Okay.
So I guess yeah, eating helps a lot, but it's not all just about eating. In my opinion, learned that the hard way because I would sometimes just when I did my diet, I just ate literally just plants, just salads. Ate that for like 3 weeks, and I lost 30 pounds in the 3 weeks.
Dang.
But
10 pounds.
and I worked out 4 times a day.
Wow. Wait, 4.
So I did.
What's the hours?
So
of
I
that?
did running in the morning, then I did a quick workout after class, then ate lunch, then went to class, then workout, and then I did a heavy intense workout in the night.
You literally worked out more than anything else in the day.
Yeah, and I ate nothing almost basically. So that's the reason why. But it came with a high cost because I
Yeah.
gained like 10 of it back, which makes me go back to losing 40 overall.
Right.
But now I am not under 40. I am closer now to 210 pounds.
Okay.
So, yeah, I haven't had that easy weight loss or weight gain, whatever. So,
Right. What is your what are your thoughts on that? Like after just knowing your journey, like what are What are your thoughts on that? Have like your family said anything about it? Your friends or what's your goal? I would say, right? Like me, like for me, the main reason why I'm trying to get 150. But I plateaued at 160. Like I'm 160 right now, and like it's hard for me to go under that. The least I weighed is like 157. That was right after my mission trip in Lincoln Heights for 6 weeks. That's because like we only ate out 3 times. We mostly cooked. No, we weren't starving. We had enough food, but it's just like, you know, I usually eat fast food like during out the week, so I was eating healthier, essentially cooking most of the meals with my team. So yeah, I was 157 to the very least. Came back, family, we go get Korean barbecue and sushi and like Filipino food, and it's like, your boy just gained like 5 back, bro. You know, like the first week.
Oh, that lumpia, bro.
That lumpia, yeah, the egg rolls, bro, those are killer. Super greasy. Anyways, making me lose track. Yeah, well, why was I saying that? Oh, yeah, like my goal of being 150 is like, I think it's a cool number, but also if I was lighter, you know, I want to also be able to have more stamina and energy to like go move quicker, you know, like shed some weight and just move quicker and play basketball. I want to try to play at least like 1, 2, or 3 full court games, like just like without like sitting on the bench. Like that's, you know, everything's for basketball for me. It's ball's life, and you know, I'm trying to be a better basketball player.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember back to me. I think when I was in high school, I was in my peak, and I weighed 150 actually. Yeah. So I was also able to run my miles under 6. Yeah. I was in soccer. I was in the peak of my peak condition. Yeah. After surgery, it all went downhill though. So that's why, like, for me, it's a struggle.
What? Tell the people.
I was in track and field in high school, and I hyperextended my knee, which basically means I stretched out my ligaments a little too much. Yeah. So that caused me to do some damage, but since I was naive at the time about that, I didn't do anything to it. So when I went back to playing soccer, when I twisted my knee, it basically gave out all my ligaments. So I had like a ACL injury, had a meniscus, and all the other, like basically like 3 out of the 4 like important ligaments of my knee. Yeah. So that's why I had surgery, and it kind of like cost me a lot of my stamina, but also a lot of my like muscle and stuff like that. Wow. So that's why but I feel like since I've been in college, I had the most stamina when I actually weighed the most. Okay. When I weighed 220. Why was that? And I think the reason why is like you just have to keep practicing. So like for me, even though freshman year I weighed a lot, I would always run. Okay. I would eat a lot of panda and stuff, which would make me like, you know, have like a lot of fat. Yeah. But at the same time, my body was used to the weight. And it was used to running at that speed. Okay. So that's why, like, ever since, like, freshman year, I haven't been faster than that. Okay. I haven't had enough endurance than freshman year. So that's also the reason why I had a lot of energy, because I would always run in the mornings, always run in the afternoons, and then do long-distance runs, like, on Sundays and stuff like that. Okay. So I feel like, in terms of stamina, like, you just have to, like, keep, like, running or keep playing basketball, since that's what you want to do. Right. Keep playing it more often, and then the more often you play it, the more your body's used to your specific weight. Right. So, like, for me, personally, I like weight training. Okay. Not in terms of, like, lifting weights, but in terms of, like, actually putting on weight. So I actually have, like, weighted ankles and stuff like that. You have to be careful with that stuff, though, because obviously, like, it can mess up your ankles, and it's actually not even recommended. Yeah. But for me, I feel like as long as your body gets used to your own weight, you can slowly start like adding weights on it. Yeah. And then that will help you like increase your stamina way more once you take it off, since obviously you feel lighter, but your body is going to get used to like that lightness, and eventually you get faster as well. So I don't know, that's my take on stamina and stuff like that. So it depends what you want. Either you want to gain muscle, you want to get faster, you want to get stronger, you want to look big, you know. Everything like depends on like what you want, and depending on like how you do your workouts, you know, you do less reps for more strength, you do more reps for endurance. So stuff like that helps to know, and also like your body type as well. Okay. So like, you know, some people have high metabolisms and stuff like that, so they can do a lot of like running and stuff or a lot of eating. So they can burn through a lot of calories. That was me, maybe up to like sophomore year of high school, and it went downhill from there. Like, I had a really fast metabolism. I ate the most of my family. I was super skinny. They're like, James, you need to get fatter.
and boom, you hit college, and it's like, man, James, you get bigger. I'm like,
Mijo, hit the gym.
Yeah, but anyways, I like to pass it to, let me see where we're at. Yeah, I like to pass it to Alberto. Yeah, what's your take on all of this? We're literally running or semi-jogging downhill, which is very nice, contrary to the uphill trail that we were just on like an hour and a half ago. But yeah, what do you got on health?
All right. Well, I mean, I'd say, like, yeah. So like diet-wise, I mean, for me, it's like as long as you don't like go and like eat takeout food,
Right.
I feel like that's pretty much like a good basic step towards like a nice mindset in terms of like eating healthy.
Okay.
Because for me, that's kind of where I was for like the last almost less than 2 years now.
Okay.
That's kind of what I've been doing.
Yeah.
I think we talked about this earlier. You know, I'm not.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not like the best cook or anything like
I
that.
feel that, dude.
I can't cook I can't cook like a lavish meal. You know, I can cook like maybe a basic.
Mean grilled cheese, bro.
No, I feel what you're saying. It's like, yeah, you know, I know make a basic quesadilla or a sandwich, like, but like, how to cook, like, my dad's a chef, like, how can I not cook?
Yeah.
And once I went to my mission trip and I finally learned how to make, like, at least a chicken stir fry or, like, a pork or
Right.
chicken adobo, it's like, damn, I'm just gonna try to master these meals. Like, my dad literally gave me the ingredients and how to do it. He was schooling me.
Right.
And I got it to taste pretty good, and I'm like, damn, this is way smarter economically.
Yeah.
Health-wise, not the best, but it is a better alternative to McDonald's, you know?
Oh, definitely.
Or,
I mean, like home cooked meals in general, because you know, because at least that way you know what you're buying, you know what you're putting into your food. You know, fast food, I mean, it tastes good, like the other guy said. I mean, it tastes good, but I mean, not necessarily healthy for you.
Right.
And definitely, you know, when it comes to like fast food, like McDonald's, you know, there's tons of speculation about what's exactly inside their burgers or what kind of meat that they use.
It's hard for me, though, because, like, I know all that goes in a chicken nugget, but when I buy the chicken nugget, it's just like, it's like, forgive me. You know what I mean? Like,
Forgive me,
sweet
body.
and sour sauce, like, okay, I gotta stop talking about that. But anyways, yeah, we gotta stop talking about McDonald's. You're
Right.
tempting me right
No
now.
worries.
So continue about what you're saying, yeah.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, I'd say maybe freshman year was probably where I came to the realization that yeah, this is not like the way to be eating. You know, getting takeout food and all that. Because beforehand, like high school, you know, it'd be a typical day, a typical meal would be. Whoa, that's a big load right there.
Big load of buffalo poop right there.
There you go. No, but high school, typical day, you know, it would just be breakfast, you know, like a bowl of cereal,
Yeah.
maybe a banana along with it.
Yeah.
And then whatever the school gave you out
Uh-huh.
during like the little nutrition break that we would get,
Yeah.
lunch would almost certainly be whatever the cafeteria was giving out that day.
Right.
So it'll probably be like a microwave burrito or
Dang, yeah,
Maybe
those were the worst, man.
maybe like just a heated up like burger patty with like two pretty like standard buns. You know, like a little pack of like carrots that have been like obviously been left in the fridge for like 5 days.
Oh, God.
You know, that kind of stuff.
Yo, let me ask you this. What's, like, the healthiest food that you ate that you, like, literally enjoyed? Like, wow, I know this is super healthy, but it also tastes amazing, and I want more of this.
I'd say probably the most healthiest thing I've ever had is maybe like cauliflower soup or lentil soup.
Ooh, okay.
So cauliflower soup, it's something that
Restaurant, or someone made it, or?
it's both were made from my mom.
Okay.
From my mom, yeah.
And where your parents initially from? Like, what kind of meal was it, or was it
So-
just her own thing?
Well, my parents are both from Mexico, from
Okay.
the state of Puebla.
Okay.
But
That's like the province, right?
yeah, it's like
Little town.
it's what town you said?
A little town, right?
Yeah, so they're in like a little village basically.
Little village, yeah.
Pretty much like in the southern side of Mexico. Like actually not that far south. It's pretty much like down south of Mexico City.
Yeah.
So about 2 hours out. But yeah, my mom would make cauliflower soup sometimes, and this was probably back when she herself was going on a diet.
Okay.
she was facing some health problems.
Yeah.
I think her doctor had diagnosed her as being pre-diabetic.
Oh no.
Yeah, so it was kind of a big deal back then. This was about like 9th grade for me, and
Right.
you know, obviously she had to make some dietary changes.
Yeah.
And since he's the one who pretty much cooks in the house,
Yeah.
we all had to pretty much follow her diet.
Okay.
So I mean, a lot of our favorite meals were like basically taken away for that period of time.
Right.
So you know, meals like rice. Rice is like a bunch of carbs.
Yes.
So you know, and rice is really good, especially in the Mexican household.
Oh hell yeah. Dude.
It's like a staple of the meal.
Dude, same with Filipinos now.
Yeah.
And pretty much all Asians. Yeah.
So like stuff like rice or like
That shit makes you real fat though.
yeah, no, it does.
Like my dad, after he got heart surgery, he was super thin, like scary thin, like
Really.
like straight out of the hospital. And then give it a couple years of like just because he's a chef, right? Just cooking all these big Filipino meals. Put a whole bunch of rice on his plate. He got a really nice big belly. I play drums on, So yeah, continue.
Yeah, so stuff like all of our favorite meals that we would enjoy from my mom's cooking, like it was basically replaced with like these more like nutritious meals, the ones that are like that were gonna like make her condition more better for her.
Okay.
So
How's she doing now?
she's doing well now.
Nice.
Yeah. She managed to like drop down the everything. So like now she's like purely healthy. Aside from some like things, but some things that come with age,
Right.
That stuff is like, I mean that's bound to happen. So like but other than that, she's doing fine.
Nice.
But so like things were like, things were like kind of getting a little scarce in the house too, because when it comes to like dieting in like South LA,
God.
vegetables and like nutritious like ingredients like.
Right.
They're not very common in like the supermarkets.
Yeah, not much options. It's a food desert. You know
Exactly. Yeah. There's been whole studies about that.
Hell yeah.
But
It's controversy.
it definitely is.
Political.
So when it came down to it, her meals were not very like extravagant. So it'd probably be like simple things, like I said, like cauliflower soup.
Right.
That's literally it's literally cauliflower broth.
Okay.
It tastes like it's a soup.
Yeah.
Tastes exactly like cauliflower. It's basically mounded up cauliflower.
Dang.
And like some other stuff in there too.
But you said it was really delicious.
I'd say it was really good. Yeah. It's literally like, because at first, like, when you look at it and when you smell it, it's not very appealing.
Oh, I feel that. Like some food that smell really bad are like taste amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I never had stinky tofu, but just things like for Filipinos out there, sinigang, like that thing is rancid, bro, like sour as fuck. But but it's like really, really delicious once you eat it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then with lentil soup, or like it was like the lentils themselves were like not too hard to come by, but we just wouldn't be able to buy them very often because the prices and all that.
Yeah.
So. But like I guess what she would do is like she would just buy like one big pack of them, and she would either just cook it all, so like there would obviously be leftovers for like another day, so she wouldn't have to cook it again.
Yeah.
Or like she would just cook like a small portion of it and like put it in with like supplement it with like a different like side course.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe she'll put lentils with like a side of like salad or something, something that simple. Yeah. And that'll be like our dinner for the night.
Okay.
But lentil soup, actually, I wasn't a big fan of it at first. Whoa, that's a huge...
It's pretty steep here.
Yeah, it's a really steep one. Lentil soup, I wasn't a very big fan of. Only because of like the texture of it, and like, the texture of it, like in my mouth. It's like, I don't know, like when you eat beans. I'm not sure if you ever had like Mexican beans.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, they're tasty and all that, and like the little soup in it is like, it's thick, but like it's not like it's just soup. There's nothing else in there. With lentils, it's like you'll get some unexpected things. So like the way my mom makes it is that she puts like cilantro in there.
Okay.
And sometimes bits of like tomato and like onion, kind of like pico de gallo inside like lentil soup. It's kind of weird.
Wow.
Yeah. So I wasn't expecting that, and usually I'm not a huge fan of tomatoes anyway.
Oh, I feel that. I love tomatoes.
I mean, I love tomatoes in like certain foods. Like I'll have them like sandwiches and stuff like that.
Right.
But like anything else, like where like there's not a lot of food to supplement the taste of it.
Okay.
Like pure tomato itself, I feel like I can't eat it like that.
Right.
Like I'll probably gag eating
It's
up.
the texture.
Yeah, it's the texture. It's like maybe the juiciness too. It's a little overwhelming for me.
Right.
You know, I need to like have it in like a sandwich for like, you know, I don't get all of the tomato at once.
Right.
Like I just get like a small bit of it, but
Okay.
you know, have it complement with like the other ingredients.
Yeah.
So I wasn't a huge fan of tomatoes, but I guess because of the overwhelming like taste of the lentils themselves,
Yeah.
definitely like helped me like kind of like eat the entire meal.
Yeah.
Eat the tomatoes.
Uh-huh.
So I'd say it was a huge surprise for me. You know, lentil soup is like one of my favorite meals now to eat. Obviously, these meals came at the expense of like, you know, my mom's health, like problems and all that. But
sure.
I mean, I'd say like if it wasn't for that,
Yeah.
it's weird enough to say if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't be a fan of those meals.
Right.
Probably
Plus you're eating healthier now with those.
Yeah, and I'm eating healthy. Well, I'm trying to eat healthier now, but it's a little hard to do that when you're in college.
Oh, I feel you.
Yeah.
It's like I just need to eat something, anything that's available.
Anything that's available, you know.
Convenient. That's the hard part. That's
Exactly. Yeah.
Which way did they? Oh, there they are. Okay.
Okay.
I was like, make sure we stay on trail. And watch your step.
Yeah. And then like I was saying earlier though, like high school is probably like the one time, probably the last time I would say where I had like consistent like meal routines.
Okay.
So like, you know, everything like wasn't set in stone. Like every day I knew what time I was gonna have a meal, what time, what kind of meals I would expect.
College is just like, oh god.
College is like everything is just so spontaneous because you know you have so much things going on. So
I hate skipping breakfast, honestly.
yeah, and you know sometimes you have to do it though because like, you know, do you want to like eat breakfast and like be late for class?
Right. Or bring it with you if they allow it.
Bring it with you if they allow it. Like is that, you know, you have to make like those spontaneous decisions. As we're running down the road here.
We're almost there, heading downhill.
Yeah. But I would say, you know, freshman year is probably like.
What's your water bottle?
Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, I'd say freshman year was probably like, you know, one of those like those moments where I was like, where I first realized, you know, this isn't too bad being away from the house.
Yeah.
Because at least, you know, when you're a freshman at USC,
Yeah.
they put you in in a meal plan, you know?
Yeah, unlimited swipes, go.
Unlimited swipes.
Make it useful.
It made life so easy. You know, I didn't really realize it at the time. I took it for granted.
Appreciate it. Wait, what are you now?
I'm a junior.
Junior, right. Dude, yeah, it sucks. I wish I had unlimited. I'm down to like 10 swipes now.
Oh my
It's only been like, what, 2 months, I think?
Yeah. Oh man, no, but like freshman year definitely took that stuff for granted. But that was like probably the last time where I had like maybe a consistent like meal routine.
Okay.
But at least I knew like I was gonna have breakfast, lunch, and dinner at some point of the day.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like now where it's like, you know, breakfast is like, well, it could be either before you go to class, or it could be after you come back from class, or, you know, do you want to take breakfast and like skip a shower and then go to class?
I feel that.
Or do you want to take a shower and then just go straight to class so you don't be late and skip breakfast?
Decisions.
You know, yeah, and like I said, spontaneous decisions. It's kind of the norm of college.
Feel that.
But yeah, freshman year, yeah, life was good, but then sophomore year.
Life was good freshman year.
Yeah, it was good to eat. Sophomore year was great too, but for eating, I'd say it was like the rude awakening.
Like, you gotta learn how to cook, boy.
You gotta learn how to cook.
No more maruchan.
No more microwavable food. No more dining hall food. You know, I mean, I was fortunate enough to like live with a roommate who actually cooked meals.
Was that Rigo at the time?
That was Rigo.
Hey, okay, Rigo. What? You said Alberto's thankful that you knew how to cook.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Rigo, can you let's pass the mic to Rigo. Let's just explain real quick before we end this. What did you cook? You gotta leave off with a meal. How did you cook for Alberto and you?
I made different things. I think the one
Hold it.
thing,
Oh, you good.
the one thing I experimented with was
Rigo, you wanna hold it? Yeah.
teriyaki.
Okay.
I think that was the one thing that I experimented
Hold it
a lot.
Okay.
So I made chicken teriyaki, beef teriyaki,
Okay.
pork teriyaki.
Pork teriyaki. Okay.
I made all the teriyakis.
And like teriyaki, like not just adding the sauce, right? Or
Sometimes.
sometimes. Okay, just okay.
Other times I just like put like cabbage and like I made like kind of like a stir fry version of it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I put like cabbage, mushroom, and stuff like that.
Bro, my dad showed me like the secret to making a good stir fry.
Oh yeah?
It's oyster sauce, my friend. Try it with oyster sauce.
Oh really?
Yeah.
All right, I'll try that. I'll try that oyster sauce then.
All right. Cool. All right, we gotta wrap this up because it's getting pretty steep. And yeah, it was good talking to y'all. This was podcast episode 7. You just finished listening and tuning into Layno Pod, the LaynoProd podcast. Again, it's with my boys Rigo, Alberto, and Jose. Thank you all for listening to this very health, food, culture conscious podcast. I will try uploading more, and hopefully this sounds good and you don't just hear a bunch of rocks and birds and us feeling like we're gonna fall off the trail. All right, peace out.